I am truly touched by this. I'd like to congratulate my fellow recipients, Miss Glenn Close and Aidan, for their wonderful work this and seemingly every bloody year. Interesting fact, Glenn Close and I once shared a stylist, which is not a sentence I ever thought I'd say. But there you are, what a world. Oscar Fingal O'Flaherty Wilde taught us many things. He taught us the importance of choosing a snappy stage name. But more importantly, he taught us that well-chosen words can garnish your life with immortality. I'm going to bring this award with me into every interview henceforth with the hope that it shall garner me more quotable. That even in these times of scrutiny, I shall choose words worthy of a fridge magnet. One of my earliest memories is of a parade. But it wasn't St. Patrick's Day, it was a normal day. It was a normal, dark, dank day in the northwest of Ireland where the drizzle meter had been set to a firm 7. But it felt glorious because it was a homecoming. It was a parade orchestrated in honor of an individual, not Jesus. He had stomped his way through one of his many annual parades the previous month and was presumably sunning himself in the Maldives. No, it was a parade in honor of a lady named Maureen O'Sullivan. Maureen had left my hometown of Boyle in her teens, and she had ended up in Hollywood in the 1920s and become something of a starlet, most notably as the first Jane in Tarzan. And now she was returning in her late 70s, and the pavements were packed with the proud people of the parish to welcome her home. I was atop my father's shoulders, which was unusual because I was 19. No, I was on my father's shoulders watching as Maureen waved elegantly and gracefully to the locals from the back of a tractor trailer. No expense spared. No expense used. There was simply no expense involved. The only currency on offer that day was pride. And I asked my father, "Why are we all waving at this lady? Won't we scare her?" "No, she's a film star," he insisted. "She'll be well used to it." "Hold on," I said. "She gets to make films and she also gets a parade." "Well," my nearby mother replied, "the parade is not only for her, it's also for us, because we gave her to the world." What a lovely way of putting it. In hindsight, I think every decision I have made from that moment till this has been influenced by that answer. And also by the sudden realization that to earn a homecoming parade, the very least that one must do is fucking leave in the first place. I left Ireland at 20, almost 8 years ago, if anyone from IMDb is asking. We have 2 beautiful young boys of our own now. My wife and I, not myself and Maureen. That would be a different genre of speech. No, my effervescent wife Dawn and I have 2 beautiful young boys. Well, 1 beautiful young boy and 1 who looks really interesting. They're much like their parents in that regard. They were both born here in California, and as such are what you may regard as Americans. Not sharing a nationality with your offspring is a very odd sensation, and not one that I would have imagined as a boy atop my father's shoulders. But I rather like it. I like the sense of adventure that it instills in them. And I love America because of the sense of adventure it instills in me. The relationship between our nations is not a manufactured one. It's a steeped one. It's not a rough home brew. It is triple distilled, as with all fine things. It is an ever-decreasing circle that I feel very fortunate to swirl around in. I am painfully aware that my journey from home to here has been immeasurably smoothed by the color of my skin and the content of my purse. To witness the bombardment of terms like border wall, caravan, and separation camps breaks my fucking heart. I'm reminded of Oscar Wilde's words, "The world's a stage, but the play is badly cast." My humble advice to those in the lead roles, to paraphrase my friend JJ here, is I beg you, please, act better. Because your children are watching. And for those of you with names like Hannity, O'Reilly, Mulvaney, Pence, Bannon, and Conway, I'd like to remind you that your immigrant ancestors are listening and you're making their ears bleed. Well-chosen words can garnish your life with immortality. So I beg you, please choose your words better. Or better still, choose a different role. And when all of this is said and done, to quote Oscar one last time, I ask you, forgive your enemies, for nothing annoys them more. Thank you for this honor. I love this town, and you throw a very fine parade.